And then I see quite a bit of furniture purchases under the bond funds. I think it's 75,055, 75,056, 58, 76, 91, 102, 117. If you could just explain how the selection was made on those purchases, since they have to do with the bond funds. I'm guessing it was either a low bid or a piggyback process, but I just wanted to get your input.
Yeah, so the furniture purchases that appear with both Kruger International and Architecture LLC, those were done based upon piggyback bids. Those piggyback purchases were approved by this board on August 26th of 2014, whereby you gave us the authority to go ahead and piggyback on those bids, and so that was what we used for the purchase.
Okay, and then the AV equipment for approximately $1.7 million. What was that? What was the need? How did that come about, and what's the value based on?
So the AV equipment, we utilize the vendor Presentation Products, Inc., which they do business as Spinatar Products. Again, this was another CMAS contract that the board gave us the authority to purchase through the CMAS contract.
And I'm sorry, what's a CMAS contract again?
A CMAS contract, that's, what does it stand for? It's a publicly open bid that allows public entities to piggyback. So it's another way to piggyback on that bidding. But the board, there were two different dates that are allowing us to use these contracts. One was this board authorized that on March 25th of 2014, and then again on January 28th, 2014.
Okay, so this is all predating the new board members, and is it more cost conducive piggybacking versus going
Yes.
through a bid process? Okay, so it's safe to say that we got the most cost effective economic cost price from the process that we followed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all I had.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second on the floor. If there's no other questions by members of the board, thank you, Vice President Gable. Madam Secretary, please call the roll on item 5.4.
Irma Archuleta.
Aye.
Virginia Baxter.
Aye.
Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto. And Sunny Zia.
Aye.
5.4 carries. We are through the consent calendar. We're now to the Academic Senate. The first item is on 6.1. This is an action item. This is new, modified, and inactive courses. These courses and degrees are developed and approved by the respective college departments and schools. Documentation has been reviewed by the course evaluation subcommittees and approved by the committees on curriculum and instructions. So to begin, could I entertain a motion to approve
So
the item?
moved.
Motion by Trustee Zia, second by Trustee Archuleta.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Second by Trustee Baxter. On this item, Academic Senate President, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I think that the narrative explains what we're doing in this item.
Very good. Questions, members of the board at this time? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll on item 6.1, new, modified, and inactive courses.
Irma Archuleta.
Aye.
Virginia Baxter.
Aye.
Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto.
Aye.
Sunny Zia.
Aye.
That item carries. 6.1. We're down to 6.2, certificates. Same scenario. So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Baxter.
Second.
Second by Trustee, I believe I heard Otto. So Trustee Otto will be the second. Question, comments, members of the board at this time? Again, do we need any supplemental information for the board members at this time? None? No questions, comments, members of the board? Madam Secretary, please call the roll on item 6.2.
Irma Archuleta.
Aye.
Virginia Baxter.
Aye.
Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto.
Aye.
And Sunny Zia.
Aye.
6.2 carries. 6.3, this is modified courses. Again, these have been courses modified, respond to advisory committee recommendations. And so I'll entertain a motion to approve on item 6.3.
So moved.
Motion by trustee Zia,
Second.
second by trustee Archuleta. Question, comments, members of the board at this time? Any additional report, information needed? None? No questions, comments, members of the board? Madam Secretary, please call the roll on item 6.3.
Irma Archuleta.
Aye.
Virginia Baxter.
Aye.
Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto.
Aye.
And Sunny Zia.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're now to Human Resources. Item 7.1, this is the district's initial bargaining proposal to CCA, also known as Sunshining. This is an informational item only. Are there any, this is per California Government Code section, requires that all initial proposals of exclusive representation in the district shall be presented at a public meeting of the Board of Trustees. That is what is taking place right now. Are there questions, comments, members of the board at this time? Hearing none. This is informational item only, so we can move forward to item 7.2. Again, this is informational. Again, it's a CCA, LBCC initial bargaining proposal to the district. Same scenario. Informational. Are there questions, comments, members of the board at this time on item 7.2? Hearing none, we will move forward on that item. Academic Affairs 8.1, Instructional Department Highlights. Dr. Long.
Thank you. Tonight I just wanted to talk a little bit about the third annual Science Night, which was held on May 22nd. My husband and I went. There were a lot of people there. It's hard to estimate how many people came through the building, but Dr. Paul Creason estimates 600 attendees at Science Night on the 22nd, which was Memorial Day weekend, which is very cool to have so many people there. I want to start by thanking Dr. Jackie Ward, who's a second-year math teacher who coordinated the event this year. Some of the contributors for Science Night included VSB Rock Band, Community Band, KLCB Radio, Cal State Long Beach Build Program, Long Beach Unified School District, the Port of Long Beach, and Finnabar's Italian Restaurant. Some of the activities or some of the rooms, all the rooms were set up with different kinds of events or activities, and some of the things that you could have participated in included hospital simulation. You could look at the cadaver, which I chose to pass on, fractals in nature, biology, and art. We had the strength of materials. We had the Chinese abacus, anatomy of a pig or cat, very interesting. What is geology? Of course, the best. It's all about air, physics demonstration of electricity, magnetism, and light, the planetarium shows, and comet making. So I just wanted to let you all know that the event was a huge success. I want to thank Dr. Ward for coordinating the event, Dr. Paul Creason, and all the science and math faculty for putting on such an outstanding science night. And I would invite you all next year to participate in our 4th annual science night. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Vice President Long. Questions? Chair recognizes Vice President Otto.
I missed it. Who did you pass the cadaver to?
I said I passed on seeing the cadaver. I did not play with the cadaver at all.
Sorry.
We're moving on to reports, since that was an informational item as well. More information than we probably wanted to have as well. But reports, 9.1, Academic Senate President.
I have no report.
Thank you. Superintendent President, Vice President Bynum, do you get to do a report, or do you have a report from the Superintendent President?
No, I don't have a report. I just want to remind everybody, though, about commencement this Thursday. We're all thrilled and excited. I know it's the end of a long year for people, but the students are they're just bubbling all over the college. We will have a reception, too. Everybody in the campus community is invited to that, 3:30 to 5, in the lobby of the T1200 building, so I hope everybody can join us.
Thank you. 9.3, Student Trustee.
So thank you, President Kellogg. Good afternoon, board members, administration, faculty, staff, and other community members and leaders. I'd like to start off by first introducing myself. My name is Alejandro Lomelli. I'm studying alcohol and drug consumption studies, so I'm looking forward into finishing maybe some transferring programs there. You can say I'm fairly new to the district. I'm finishing up my 2nd semester here at Long Beach City College, but that does not mean that I haven't learned a lot of things from attending here. To me, Long Beach City College isn't just an institution for higher education. It's something a lot more. When students come here, they're promised one simple thing, and that is if you work hard, your efforts will pay off. And I sincerely believe that, and I hope to pass that on with everyone I meet. So one thing I'd like to report on is our ASB's involvement in SSCCC's General Assembly a few months back, actually 1 month back. SSCCC stands for the Student Senate for California Community Colleges. That is a statewide organization recognized by the Board of Governors and the Chancellor's Office to be the student voice for the community college students across California. That's all 2.1 million of them. So this May 1st through the 3rd, we had the privilege of attending the conference. It's a biannual conference, so we had 10 students in attendance. So it was a great conference. So throughout the weekend, we participated in various breakout sessions, debated hot button topics like tuition hikes and LGBT orientation training, and networked with like-minded students from across the state. So overall, I think I can speak for most students in attendance when I say that the General Assembly was not only an educational experience, but an eye-opening one. The breakout sessions taught students the necessary skills for being an effective leader, while the debates challenged views from every side of the spectrum. So I'm looking forward to attending the next conference, which will be sometime in the fall in Northern California. And on a side note, I was also elected a governance and policy senator for the SSCCC. So myself, along with 29 other students from across California, will meet monthly, actually, in Sacramento. So I'll be attending that, and I'm looking forward to representing Long Beach City College students as best as I can throughout my various organizations that I'm a part of. And I'm excited for a fruitful year and to learn as much as I can about the Board of Trustees here. So thank you.
Thank you, Alejandro, and welcome again. Board of Trustees, starting with Trustee Archuleta, followed by Trustee Baxter.
No report.
A report. Trustee Baxter, followed by Trustee Zia.
Okay, I mentioned I'm eating my way through the months, and since the last board meeting on May 22nd, on May 28th, I attended the Long Beach Blast Breakfast, which honored, among others, LBCC students who work as tutors for elementary, middle, and high school students. And then in the evening, May 28th, attended the newly tenured reception honoring faculty who have just received their tenure. It was a wonderful event. On May 29th, we had the scholarship reception in the Hall of Champions. Congratulations to scholarship specialist Shira Compton, Director of Student Relations and Outreach Alicia Kreisenga, and their staff for a superb ceremony. Thank you to the scholarship committees at both the Liberal Arts Campus and Pacific Coast Campus for all their dedication in reading every one of the applications and making selections. The LBCC Foundation awarded $1.5 million in scholarships to over 700 students. This is double the amount of money distributed from last year. On June 2nd, I attended the Campus Colors event where transfer students wore a T-shirt, sweatshirt of the college that they are transferring to. That was a fun day. Then in the afternoon, I attended the Honors Banquet where the President's Scholars received scholarship checks for their outstanding academic achievement. Then on June 3rd, I attended the Outstanding Colleague Award. Congratulations to Ruben Amador, Cindy Fry, Shauna Hageman, Janae Hun, Monica Vravik, and Cheryl Williams, who received the Outstanding Colleague Award, plus those colleagues receiving recognition for their 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 years of service, and to those adjunct faculty who have served 20 or more years. And I want to congratulate Rose Delgadio, who coordinated that event, and I used to do that job, and it's a horrendous job to keep track of all the different years, and so very, very good. And Dr. Paul Creason for coordinating the Outstanding Colleague. Then also people who received awards were history professor Mary Markey, who received the NISOT Award, and Eva Baggs, Cece Sadler, and Jeff Wheeler, who received the Roush Excellence Award. Then the Exemplary Online Instruction Award was given to Michael Robertson, and the Student Success Award winners were Berlin Cobian, Dawn Horner, Lillian Justice, and Blanca Morales. So congratulations to all these colleagues. Then on June 3rd, I attended the Boy Scout dinner. June 4th, attended the Jacaranda Awards reception, where English students receive honorarium for their outstanding writing talent. Laura Wheeler coordinated that event, or actually was the MC at that event, and it was wonderful to read the essays that the students wrote, and they received checks from the foundation. And this event has been in existence for over 30 years, and it's one of the things that I think really makes me proud to work here, that we have such wonderful students. Then on June 4th, I attended the transfer celebration. I sat next to an amazing LBCC alumna, Kristen Ewan. After a very difficult life, she graduated from LBCC, went on to graduate magna cum laude from Cal State Dominguez Hills, and has been accepted for a master's degree in social work for Columbia University in New York City. And I want to congratulate Reuben Page and his staff for coordinating that wonderful event. Then on June 5th, I attended the ASB Banquet Breakfast. A lovely buffet breakfast was served to students and college supporters. There were 5 Viking Award winners. This is the highest honor for student activities. And the ASB Spring and PCC Spring PCC Student Council were introduced and recognized. And then the Fall ASB Cabinet introduced and installed. As we learned earlier this evening, Student Life Director Anita Gibbons and Dean of Student Affairs and Athletics Connie Sears were recognized on their retirement from the college. Then later on, now I had breakfast, now I went on to lunch. I attended the EOPS, CalWorks, DSPS, and TRIO programs student recognition ceremony, and this was a fantastic event. The room was packed with students who had a multicultural experience of mariachis, Aztec fire dancers, and African drummers, and students received recognition for their academic achievements. Then on Sunday, we had Mary Thoyt's birthday. Over 120 people attended Mary's 92nd birthday party and retiree luncheon. They were served by the President's ambassadors and entertained with a fashion show of Mary's 90 decades with costuming help from the Theater Arts Department. And then lastly, I'm almost done. The journalism banquet is tomorrow at 11 o'clock, commencement Thursday. On June 25th, the President's Ambassadors Reunion will take place, and then on July 27th, the annual Summer Band Concert will be in the Quad. That's my report.
Thank you. Trustee Zia, the Chair recognizes Vice President Otto.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that we hosted at our home the newly hired faculty of this past year after all their professional development and after all their working together. And it was a great event. I think everybody enjoyed themselves. It was an opportunity just to have a social event with the members of the Board of Trustees, and I think it was very successful. And I've decided that I'm not going to give reports that kind of list all the things that I've been doing, because I did a survey of faculty that I know and other people, and they didn't seem very interested in what I was doing during the between board meetings, and so I'm going to take guidance from that and not do that. But what I'm going to try and do, and this is maybe a little arrogant, but is I'm going to try instead to give at each meeting one fact about community colleges or Long Beach Community College District that might be interesting. And so when I heard our student trustee say there are 2.1 million California community college students, did you know that as recently as 6 years ago, there were 2.6 million community college students in California? And because of what was occurring in the economy, the state made a decision not to fund those students. The demand is still there. You'd have 2.6 million students in these, you'd have 3 million students in these community colleges, including Long Beach Community College District, if the state would fund it, but they don't. And so in a state that's growing, in a time where we need more education, we're not getting it because the state says it doesn't have the money. Now we're getting more money this year. Hopefully it will go up, but I thought our student trustee, as a matter of perspective, would like to know that very recently there was almost 20%, maybe 25% more students going to community colleges than there are today. And with that, I'll conclude my report.
Hey, Trustee Zia?
Thank you. So I am going to list the highlights of my events that I attended, and just before I get into that, I just think we need to respect each other's style of communication, the way we ask for information. If someone asks for information, I think they're trying to do their job, and no one trustee should prevent the other from doing their job. I know we have our ad hoc committee working on their. That's not to say that that's happening here, but I know there's an ad hoc committee that's working on the communications report, and I'm eagerly waiting to see that. I would hope that we encourage dialogue in this report and not try to discourage or dissuade questions in an effort to obtain information. I would really appreciate that, and I won't allow for anyone to darken this board or anything to darken this board. I'm sure you would all agree with me. With that, I'm going to echo Trustee Baxter's report. On May 28th, I had the great pleasure of attending the newly tenured faculty members reception along with my fellow board members, Trustee Baxter, Trustee Otto, and Trustee Kellogg. I wanted to congratulate Robin Arias, Julie Bean, Pablo Bird, Geneva Chow, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing anybody's name, Eli Dodrill, Manlo, Jennifer Nellis, and Cynthia Quintero. Congratulations to all of you. On May 29th, I had the great pleasure of attending the Long Beach City College Scholarship Awards ceremony, along with the rest of my board members, Trustee Baxter, Trustee Otto, and Trustee Kellogg. The event was inspiring and heartwarming, and Trustee Baxter did an amazing job as usual, and it was special, particularly because we gave out the most that we've given out, which was $1.5 million, and that's the largest amount we've awarded to date. I wanted to mention that Trustee Baxter and I had our scholarships given as well to Tanisha Johnson and Farnoosh Bahami. So congratulations to them and to all the recipients. And I'd like to encourage our students to take advantage of this great opportunity and apply for scholarships. Trustee Baxter really works hard, and our scholarship crew does a really great job. On June 4th, I had the great pleasure of attending the University Transfer Students Reception. So I wanted to congratulate all our students who are transferring and all 100 students who received the recognition that night. And I really look forward to seeing you all involved with the college as alumni and give back. On June 5th, Trustee Baxter and I attended the Associated Student Body Leadership Awards and EOPS Student Recognition event with beautiful performance by Aztec performers. Congratulations to all our students and the staff that worked so hard in making these events possible and successful. I also had the great pleasure of attending an event hosted by Vice President Otto, as he reported earlier, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Frida Otto, at their house for the new faculty. So thank you, Trustee Otto, for hosting. It was a lovely event. I understand our Long Beach City College student robotics team is going to be competing in the International Underwater Robotics contest against 35 other college teams. So wanted to congratulate them. I know we were the only Southern California team to advance to the international competition. That it will be taking place in between June 25th and 27th. And I wanted to wish Professor Scott Fraser and his students in the electrical department good luck and tell them that we're rooting for you, and you're all winners in our book, and you already are, and we look forward to seeing more successes from you. I also wanted to congratulate Ontario Bateman and Chantel Dunson for their achievement of athletes of the year for 2014 and 2015. Great job. You make us very proud. And I want to give a big shout out to Stacy Toda and John Pope, who identify these great students, and our superintendent president, who outlines that for us. So they say imitation is the best form of flattery. So that's where I get these awesome names and recognitions. And then lastly, this Thursday, as you know, we have commencement, and I want to congratulate all our students, all 1,806 students who are graduating, and 1,414 of which are going to get associate degrees, and 392 will receive certificates. And you make us very proud, and we hope you'll stay involved as alumni and give back to your successors. Go Vikings. Thank you.
Thank you. The only item I have is to report to my fellow board members that we will be having, and you will be seeing a board self-evaluation. That will be coming from Superintendent President Oakley's office. And so just be aware of that. That is, again, per our accreditation standards. And it is something that we need to do. It's a self-evaluation survey. It's approved by me. I looked at questions. This is what did not take place last year because you all were sworn in, and it really seemed not really worthy to have people do a board evaluation when you've only been here for a short period of time. So this will begin it all. It'll be used as a tool, the board retreat, to evaluate our process. And I've looked at other surveys as well to see what could possibly work, and there was a lot of similarities. So please, if you answer it the best you can, and these will all be, they'll be compiled by our board secretary, and again, it'll be for the self-evaluation to be reviewed and discussed at our board retreat in July. So just everyone be aware of that. You'll see this come across in an email, and then you just hit the link, and away you go. So that is coming forward for our board evaluation. That's the only item I'm going to mention here tonight. So we have no other Board of Trustee reports, trustee communications, or future reports. So the final item we have really is on the public comments on non-agenda items. We have a speaker here, Lynn Shaw, regarding health benefits.
And I'm going to excuse myself because I have to participate in the nurses' pinning ceremony, and it's about to go. And so, Lynn, call me.
Okay, I will. Good evening, Board of Trustees. My name is Dr. Lynn Shaw, and I'm speaking to you as the president of the Full-Time Faculty Union for the very last time. I have completed 4 years as president, so this will be my last time speaking to you as the board president, but I have some really important information that I want to bring to you. So in April, the California Education Coalition for Healthcare Reform completed their desk review of our health benefits. And they're a nonprofit group. They came in, they looked at kind of just a little bit, because it was a free service, to estimate if they could figure out a way they could save us money. At that time, they conservatively estimated they could keep the same benefits and save us $4.5 million. So this is a lot of money to me and to the college. And soon after that, Burnham Benefits, our current broker, had told us we were going to have a 28% increase, and then that went away. So even after that, Checkers, the California Education Coalition for Healthcare Reform, estimated they could save us $2.5 million. The next thing that happened is the Health Benefits Committee met, I think, last week, and Burnham did an analysis of our healthcare plans to see if it was really true. And I do have PowerPoints for each of the board members I gave to the secretary. And this is from Burnham. And their own proposal, their own analysis, said that they could save the district something like $3 million. So while the health plans do not match exactly what we have currently and what the one that saves us $3 million, they're very close. And with $3 to $4 million, I think we could make the plans whole in another way. And this would give us money to spend on our most important thing, which is our students. So usually, as the union president, I'm coming before you to ask you for things and to spend money. But today, I'm coming before you to ask you to do something else. Save money on our healthcare benefits that I believe we're severely, extremely overpaying for, and use that money for something else, our students. A possible savings of millions of dollars should require a closer look by the board. A possible savings of millions of dollars should get the attention of the Board of Trustees. A possible savings of millions of dollars should be directed where it's needed most, in the classroom. Thank you.
Thank you. And Lynn, congratulations, Dr. Shaw. 4 years. I didn't realize it was 4 years. I don't know if that's why you're smiling and you got a little bit more kick in your step there, but thank you very much for those 4 years of commitment. It is not an easy task, and we all realize how difficult it is. So congratulations and thank you. We have one other item on the consent calendar item, and I'm going to read this because it is an item that was sent to, and I'll explain very quickly, it was sent to our board secretary. This is from Chris Pravat, and he has put a lot of material that has been distributed, but he puts in here this below memo, and attached documents are being sent to you for distribution to the full Board of Trustees with the June 9th, 2000 board meeting. And the request is, and this is not, it's not an unusual request in the sense that it is pursuant to the Brown Act and to the Educational Code that you can request this. He's requested that we agendize this item, then so I will do my very best to agendize it in a timely fashion. I don't know, I haven't had an opportunity to talk to staff on when it can or can't be done, but I wanted to note this because he did request that we do this. Even though he's not here, he did indicate that he would probably not be able to come here and personally present this. So I want to acknowledge the fact that the gentleman did submit it to our board secretary with the request of agendizing it. I'll agendize it in a timely manner, but I cannot give you a date at this point in time because I don't know. I don't know when I can do it, but so Madam Secretary, let the record show on the non-agenda item, I did read this into the record. And I believe that covers that item. So with that, we're moving now to the final, which is the adjournment, and I do have to read for the adjournment of this meeting as well, and that is because we have at the next meeting of the Board of Trustees will be held on June 23rd, 2015 at the Liberal Arts Campus, Building T, room 1100. Open session will begin at 2 p.m. for the Brown Act training. Closed session will begin at 4 p.m. and open session will reconvene at 5 p.m. So I want to read that into the record for the public. There is no other items before the board at this time. So if there is no objection, entertain a motion to adjourn our meeting of the Board of Trustees. Without objection, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much and good night.